He fights as hard as he can. Okay, and of course, when he puts his fangs into you.
Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite.
We are on Sunrise at TV3 New Day. Weekdays at 6 a.m. Join us.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Sometimes our people disagree.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Hasbanallahu wa ni'ma wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Monday, and I must mention that we were in Amfuega over the weekend for the funeral of my late colleague, Francis Boche. And in Amfuega, I saw the Jubilee House, constructed in 1888. I'll show that to you sometime later. I've shared the photo with Selwyn. Now, in Amfuega, the conversations on the ground were particularly about the vaccines. Thankfully, when we got to Accra, we heard that the vaccines had come in. Sometime last week, when I mentioned the vaccines, and the week before, when the minister snubbed Parliament and failed to appear before Parliament, I mentioned the vaccines. As usual, people within government and people who are sympathizers of the government came out to say, I have an agenda against the government because I'm speaking about vaccines for children who cannot speak for themselves. Now, the minister said the vaccines were coming in some 2-3 weeks. Because Crosby asked that question at the press conference. That answer didn't come because we're told that, oh, it will come in very, very soon. Soon is not an answer. And that soon gave me the indication that we are not prioritizing our children. We're more interested in a cathedral and sending appearance fees to Adwo Asafo, as Kennedy Japan said. But the vaccines are in now. I'm grateful. I'm happy about it. I'm excited. The first consignment. We don't know when the second and the third and the fourth will come. But the first consignment is in. We are happy. The distribution is happening. My question this morning is, so those who said I had an agenda against government, does the government have an agenda against itself now? Now that they delivered before the timelines that they gave us? Let's be careful. We are building a nation. We are not building a political party or political parties. We are building a nation. If you had your child in that situation where your child doesn't have access to vaccines and your child is standing the risk of polio, measles, BCG and all those things, you won't be saying those things and supporting your party unnecessarily. Even the people you support, they know that what happened should have never happened. That you shot vaccines, it should have never happened. It's a disgrace on us, an embarrassment. We are taking pensioners' money. That's the past. Present one, the young people cannot find jobs to do. And the future, which is the children, we have disappointed the past, we have disappointed the present, and we are disappointing the future. And you are defending it. Change your life. Now, a few weeks ago, I spoke about the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. But before we get there, let's talk about the National Commission for Civic Education. Please put the release out there for me. The National Commission for Civic Education. Expand it for me. Spread it out so I can read it. This is a letter. When I started this, people again said, oh, you have an agenda against government. And it will affect this. It will affect that. It will affect this. I spoke about it and it is happening. Please spread it out for me. We don't have too much time. I beg you. Let's get to read it. Now, we'll start from the top, so people don't know, people don't think that I put it out. This is from the National Commission for Civic Education, right? It says secular. You see the reference date and everything is there. Issued on the 9th of March, 2023, to all staff. Mind you, when I raised this issue, I mentioned Fidelity Bank. I mentioned Old Mutual. I mentioned Chapel Hill. I mentioned NCCE. Old Mutual has come back to say we are just administrators. The fault will not be one our own. We have not heard from Chapel Hill, neither have we heard from Fidelity Bank. And I spoke no lie. Now it says redemption of Provident Fund. Push it up, please. Reference is made to the Divisional Union's letter dated 25th February 2023 to management, raising objections to the proposals by managers of our Provident Fund. Management has taken cognizance of issues raised and has consequently engaged the relevant stakeholders for a resolution. As a result, service providers are to begin paying requests in full by 15 March 2023. If we hadn't spoken about this, it would have never happened. So we get results. Bring it up. Let me read the full letter. Since management has agreed with them to ensure they raise money to pay at rates of applicants, we urge all to be calm as the process recommences, counting on your cooperation. Dora Hammond is Director Administration for Chairman. See who it was copied to. I spoke no lie. First, Chairman, NCC Divisional Union. 2, General Secretary, PSWU of TUC. 3, Deputy Chairman, Operations, NCCE. 4, Old Mutual. 5, Chapel Hill, Denham, Accra, and Fidelity Bank head office in Accra. When matters happen, we speak to fact. I speak to fact. Before I come to stand here on Johnny's Bites, I speak to fact because I know that there are big people who listen to this conversation that we have here. That's it. So today is 13th. By Wednesday, they said they will start paying. Eyes are watching, ears are hearing. I will monitor. I will bring you the detail. I will monitor and bring you the detail. Take me to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. A few weeks ago, I also brought today, I call it Recall Monday. And I've shown you progress from when they started the agitation at NCCE to when they started raising the responses to when now they have assured the people that they should raise money and pay. I'm following. I'll follow to the last person is paid, NCCE, Bojidila. And speaking of which, the bondholders, individual bondholders, have also been promised that they will be paid this week. I am watching. My eyes are inside it. Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Invitation to a meeting. The committee set up investigation, some allegations made against the Honorable Metropolitan Chief Executive. Invite you to a meeting slated for Tuesday, 13 March. It's Tuesday, 13 March. It's supposed to be 14, not 13. Time, 11 a.m., 11 p.m. Hey, 9 a.m., 11 p.m. It's not supposed to be 11 p.m. It's supposed to be 11 a.m. Venue, Vanderpoel Hall, Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Agenda to discuss the allegations made against the Honorable Metropolitan Chief Executive. Any other businesses, please endeavor to attend and be punctual. Thank you. Honorable Ibrahim Tete Ankara, Chairman, the Secretary of the Assembly, the Director of Finance, Accra Metropolitan Assembly, the Procurement Officer, Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Now, why has it become important to include the Director of Finance and the Procurement Officer? Because the allegation, and again, bring me the original petition, that the Chief Executive had gone through wrong procurement processes to buy rice and oil for December celebrations at a tune of 800,000. That's the mayor's son is now the deputy mayor de facto, even though he's a staff of local governance. The question I ask is, has he been posted there to the AMA, and what has he been doing there? There's also allegation that the mayor has been traveling with a whole entourage with people, and there is no proper benefit to the assembly. I'm regurgitating the issues. And then also the fact that there are no key projects to show since Madam Elizabeth Saki took over the reins of power from Nia Jesowa. So these are the matters and many others. Question: did the mayor appear before the committee that was set? Because the committee requested for an extension up until the 18th. They were supposed to have concluded their work by Friday last week and then last 2 weeks and presented the report by Tuesday. That elapsed. Now they're asking for extension until the 18th. I am watching and monitoring. Because when allegations are made against people, you don't just carry the allegations. You also monitor to hear the responses of the alterem partem. Give the other party a chance to speak. This is AMA. And very soon I'll be getting into the different assemblies. And I'll be unearthing for you the things that are happening in the assemblies. If you're a chief executive, don't worry to be covering up. I already have the documents. Don't worry. The documents that you want to cover up because I've said this, don't worry. I already have them. So slow down. Like I had the NCCE documents, slow down. I have them already, so slow down. I have the documents already, and we will follow through. So this is to the AMA, the committee, and the assembly. That the public's eyes is on you. We are watching. Is it true that we spent 800,000 to buy rice and oil in December when we were told by the government that we should not be engaging in such? We want to find out. Is it true that the mayor has been traveling up and down and there's no benefit? She has a right to answer. Is it true that the mayor's son is not the deputy mayor? Is it true? Is it true that really we don't have any projects since she took over? Is it true? The assembly must come and answer, because you see, all the people at the assembly, including the mayor, they are living on our taxes. This morning they will go to Agbobloshi, they will go to Kaneshi, they will go to Choco Market, they will go to Kajano, Jufojano, they will go to all those places to go and take money from the market. And that's literally what they use to run the assemblies. So the people ought to know. I'm wrapping up. Let the retirees go and let the young grow. So far, the retirees are going. I'm happy. The young will probably get jobs to do. And the young people, once you get in there, make sure that you leave a mark. But is it true that there's somebody at the National Theatre of Ghana who has gone beyond the retirement age, who is not going home but is distributing letters for people who are 60 to go home? Listen to my question again. I said, is it true that at the National Theatre of Ghana, there's somebody who has attained the age of 60 and beyond, who is not going home, but is distributing letters for people to go home? And then Vice President Bawumia says, NIA is moving to end age falsification. Of course, people reduce their ages. At the NIA, are there people who are 60 and beyond who are still at post? What is the age of the boss of the NIA? The age of some of the top executive of NIA? I'm just asking my questions. Good morning.
With you, but